What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. Royce the 5'9" has been focusing on a lot of projects in the last 5 years, from Slaughterhouse to Prime to his own solo albums. This left little time for him to really explore the mixtape circuit, which is on its last legs. So it kind of makes sense to do a mixtape, but it also doesn't. So Royce wanted to do something ambitious and fun. I'm aware that he put out a mixtape last year, right before his album Layers, but it wasn't like the Bar Exam series. And so now we have Bar Exam 4. It's been like a long time since Bar Exam 3. Years. But I remember that mixtape because it showed like that real fun side of Royce. Like he's got records on there sampling OJ the Juice Man ad-libs, and he had the record I Hate Your Pants. Like he was just having fun and also showing off lyrically, and that's what the Bar Exam series is all about. With the fourth installment, you get 28 songs, and that includes some skits. That is a lot of material, and most of it is Royce going in over some of the hottest instrumentals that he's never touched. And even one that he has. He spits a new verse over his record Layers that featured Pusha T and Rick Ross. I thought that was pretty cool. So instead of doing my normal format and talk about my favorite songs, because there are a lot of records on this project, I thought I would switch it up, do something smaller. And this section will be observations, just things that I noticed listening to the mixtape. The first thing is that Royce picked out a lot of hot beats. Some that are from this year, some that are from like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, even 10 years ago almost. Like he goes and chooses Rick Ross's Mafia Music, which is a cold instrumental. He's got Kendrick records on here. And he's got stuff from the new generation. So there's like a lot on here. I never thought once that there was like a poor choice. Another thing that ties into the beats that he chooses is I love that it allows Royce to give a lyrical take on some of these songs. For instance, Playboi Carti's Magnolia. Now that is far from a lyrical record, but it's a hot beat and Royce is going to go in and kill it. He's going to go off on it. And so I like when rappers used to do that. Because there would be songs where I'm like, damn, this guy didn't kill it. But then you could always count on like the members of Slaughterhouse to come through and give it like a hot 16 or something. I love the offbeat conversation style of No Radio. I just felt like that was a cool concept of a record. Like, one thing that I noticed about this project is that sometimes Royce tends to disregard the beat and just spits. And sometimes it works. In the case of No Radio, it does work. And at the end of the song, he mentions that him and Key Wayne have something coming together. Now, I'm pretty sure this means like a whole project, because otherwise, why would you say, oh, we got like a song coming or something? That's not as exciting of an announcement. So it seems safe to say that we can expect Royce and Key Wayne to deliver something in the future. Royce is doing really well with the one producer combinations. I mean, he's already got Premier on lock. Now he's expanding with Key Wayne, and who knows what comes after that. Royce clearly has a lot of projects in the can, though. He's got Prime 2, he's got the Book of Ryan, which is his next album, and then this supposed project with Key Wayne, and who knows what else. He just released Bar Exam 4, so I don't think this is the end of Royce's 2017, not by a long shot. We also get a Slaughterhouse reunion on Chopping Block. This record sounds recent. You had Joe Budden referencing some things that happened in 2017. So is this the beginning of Slaughterhouse's return? Are we going to get that third album this year or next year? Or are we going to see more from the foursome? I don't know, but I am excited because this record was crazy. I think Crooked Eye went off the hardest. He demolished this record. So as I mentioned in the beginning, I love the Bar Exam mixtapes because it allows Royce to just be carefree. I feel like he's not bound by the same structures of creating an album. And he's just allowed to freeform with his pen. He's allowed to just say whatever he wants. It's a freestyle. It's not something that needs to be bound by a concept. And the other thing is that it always brings out his comedic side. Royce is a funny guy. And you can hear that in some of his music, but I think more so than anything, the Bar Exam series is what amplifies that. Because it allows him, like I said, just to write whatever, and he writes some funny punchlines. There's one line where he says, "I'm J Mills looking up at the sky like, ayo big, am I good yet?" Like, the way he delivers it is just hilarious. And that's another thing. Royce is a bully. And he's a bully because he knows that nobody is going to be able to beat him. So he'll drop lines like throughout this project, and you're like, damn, he threw a little shot at this guy, like the J Mills shot, or there's something out there about riffraff. And so it's like Royce is definitely just doing whatever he wants because he knows that he can get away with it. Now let me talk about my least favorite moment. Simply put, it's the length. This is an excruciating listen to get through. And that is saying that from a fan perspective. Now imagine if you're trying to review it and you're like, an hour and 30 minutes of Royce the 5'9", that is a lot. I don't feel like my attention span is enough to allow me to really enjoy any project like back to back to back listens, trying to come up with the stuff that I'm going to talk about in a review, let alone just enjoy the music. That is a lot. I don't know if there's any rappers out today that I would want an hour and 30 minutes from. And I think it's like a really, really, really low percentage, maybe like 1 or 2% of rappers out today that can craft something as long as this and keep someone's attention and allow it to be classic. Now, I'm not saying that Royce made some bad songs on here. I'm just saying that the length is just way too long. Bar Exam is a good mixtape. It's not great though. I feel like in this particular setting, with the state of the mixtape in 2017 being on life support, that Royce would have flared better if he only put 10 to 15 songs max on here. Like, I love the idea of spitting over other people's beats because that is a dying art, and Royce is someone who clearly pulls it off well, but it's just a lot of songs. It's clear that Royce is on his A game with this mixtape, and I would say that a lot of the lines and a lot of the freestyles, a lot of these verses that you hear on here they wouldn't fit when it comes to like translating to an original song. And I like that. Royce is not giving up 16 bars of concepts that he would put on an album here. He's just spitting what's coming to mind. Bar Exam 4 was meant for Royce to just have fun and show off his skills. Despite length, he surely accomplished that with Bar Exam 4. So those are my thoughts on Royce the 5'9's Bar Exam 4, and I just said Bar Exam 4 like 3 times in 2 sentences. Now I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about this mixtape? What are your favorites? What do you think about everything I was talking about? Do you think that it's entirely too long, or are you fine with the length? Talk to me in the comment section below, and then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video. Follow me on Twitter at SermonsDomain, and as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching, and until next time, peace.